Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. So NVIDIA feels like a little threatened here by the AMD Radeon 9070 XT and notices how new consumers are moving towards new AMD Radeon 9070 XT rather than their shitty, useless 5070 and 5070 Ti with freaking missing ROPS with no availability at all and selling at the price that you can even buy a PS5 along with the disk drive with it. And above all, cherry on the top, their new drivers. Holy, NVIDIA is totally a shit right now. Their new drivers are working with the new RTX 50 series, but they F up the 30 and 40 series. Hell man, even 20 series are affected too. Every other one is facing blue screen of death, including myself, as I mentioned in my previous video. So while all this is happening now, and the inventory is seeing improvement, isn't that ironic? When the demands were high, the GPU were short, and now consumers market is shifting towards AMD. Their stock is getting improved. Something is fishy here. That's what I think. Well, NVIDIA, sometimes I think that NVIDIA is deliberately causing the delay, or maybe the delivery of the GPU is because of the load, or there is something else going on in the manufacturing line. But I don't know for sure. But sometimes I feel like that NVIDIA is deliberately doing it, and the availability is now only available for the high end, not even the mid tier. And if we talk about the news, well, here is the news that all of the sudden NVIDIA RTX 50 series GPU supply sees massive improvement as retailers and system integrators offer better availability. Pricing remains high. Again, this freaking arrogant piece of trash among the line are toxic to the gaming community, and that's why I hate to say it, but that is what is the true all along. If it's not NVIDIA itself, then the AIB partners, and if both are not included, then scalpers. But here it looks like the AIB, NVIDIA and scalpers together are spreading the toxic environment in the gaming community. That's why we need AMD to step up their games so that the competition remains, and that's why competition is necessary, because you cannot do whatever you want. NVIDIA RTX 50 model, particularly the higher end ones and not the mid-tier, witness extensive availability by multiple AIBs, and according to supply chain sources and retailers, the availability of the SKUs, particularly the higher end models, has improved drastically. Now, how did that happen all of a sudden? I wonder. And according to Northwest, quote unquote, we know the lines have been along this spring, but GeForce RTX 50 series card supply is improving, and the beautiful 5070 Founders Edition also have arrived, and build times for many of the desktops are finally under 30 days on TechQuickie, Box and Rack models. Similarly, if you talk about the NIAC, we have seen SKUs like 5080 being available in stock, but the pricing of those units is way above than the official MSRP. However, by judging the fact that a few weeks ago there were no units available across major retailers, it does now show that inventory levels are being restored. But we will have to see, and the prices, if the prices will drop, although this will likely take time, but the prices will drop eventually if the inventory is getting improved. If you can see here, the SSTF gaming GeForce RTX 5080 16GB variant is selling for $1,485, and also the Gigabyte gaming 5080 16GB is selling for $1,540. Also, it seems like consumers have started to boycott NVIDIA RTX 50 series GPUs, especially the model retailing at outrageous pricing, since we saw high-end models like the GeForce RTX 5090 ROG Astral sitting at Micro Center with 3400 price tag. Holy, and which is significantly higher than what the base model goes for. And given that NVIDIA themselves claimed that supply will improve drastically moving into second quarter, and we will see noticeable price drops once quantities are restored to optimal level and demand starts to decline but by the looks of it, it's already happening, but I don't think so it's the case. Nevertheless, AMD is not doing too good themselves, as they have announced the GPU for $600, but you cannot find the GPU at $600 anywhere at all. The ones consumers who got their card are the lucky ones for $600, but the AIB partners are launching the card way more expensive than the actual price. And as I heard the rumor, they will increase the second batch prices even more, but that is not confirmed yet. And only issue is the availability of the GPU itself rather than the price from the AMD side as well. Next up today is that there is a new scam running around that involves RTX 3090 GPU rebranded and sold as RTX 4090. It says that scammer have a new and old target the ultra expensive RTX 4090 graphics card. A recent scam in China involves shipping RTX 4090 branded cards that actually contain RTX 3090 GPU. This is not the first time such cheating has occurred. However, the scam involves the polishing die and relabeling it using a laser to imitate the official marking applied by NVIDIA. It's a sophisticated scheme that can easily mislead buyers, especially since the GPU size alone doesn't clearly indicate which chip is inside. However, the capacitor layout around the GPU is a clear sign that something is off, explained by the Unico hardware. As we can clearly see here in this spec, the scam involves polishing the die and relabeling it using a laser to imitate the official marking applied by the NVIDIA, and the capacitor layout around the GPU is a clear sign that something is off, and it is done very nicely, as you can see here. If you compare these two, the 4090 and 3090, but here again this GPU is 3090, but the laser marking is exactly like the 4090 and it's done pretty well, so it's very easy to mislead the consumer. Similar scam have been seen with RTX 3090 and 3080 Ti models. In one case, the issue was only discovered when a fake GPU was sent in for repair and examined by a technician. However, buyers who purchase used cards from individuals may not realize they have been scammed, especially since verifying the GPU requires removing the entire cooler or the shroud from the PCB itself. Last up for today is that AMD Ryzen 9000G APU's 4AM5 socket expected to launch in fourth quarter of 2025, but not sure whether it would be 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, or 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. And according to HXL, AMD may be planning to introduce its next gen APU series around fourth quarter of 2025. The obvious candidate for this upgrade is 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, which would shift the Ryzen G series desktop APUs from Zen 4 and RDNA 3 to Zen 5 and RDNA 3.5, and assuming it's the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, this APU would support the AM5 socket and would likely also enable AMD to launch the Ryzen 9000F series, a budget-oriented model without integrated graphics. Such variants are popular among the budget gaming pre-built PCs. Also, AMD launched their Ryzen G series APU 2000G in 2018, first ones in 2018 a Raven Ridge with Zen and Vega architecture, and up to Ryzen 8000G series in 2024 named Phoenix with the Zen 4 and RDNA 3 architecture, and now they are planning to launch Ryzen 9000 G series, possibly named 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 or 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, but it's not confirmed, with Zen 5 and RDNA 3.5 architecture. But it's also worth noting that AMD has just confirmed an update to 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 called 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, rather small refresh APU series that may be used for desktop series, and it's a rumor again. Take it as a rumor, it's not confirmed. These are also not confirmed to be desktop AM5 platform, because this high-end APU design not only combines 16 Zen 5 core but also powerful graphics that can also serve as a home server or low power workstation. Well, that's it for today, guys, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Until then, peace.